module number 3, integration by substitution. Medyo maikli lang to kasi dalawang method lang naman yung module na ito. So with integration by substitution, there are two basic methods that involve substitutions for integration. So there is the first one, this one, which is your integration by algebraic substitution. So as the name itself, this is now for you to for us to introduce new variables for quantity which seems to make the integrand complicated. So halimbawa, merong magkasamang binomial with multinomial and tawag na dito rational form and irrational form yung ating given problem. So anong gagawin natin doon? We'll just have to use algebraic substitution. The other method for the integration by substitution is your trigonometric trigonometric substitution. So with this, again, by algebraic substitution, you will then need to reapply your basic knowledge when it comes to algebra. How to factor, how to expand terms, how to put it in a rational form and irrational form, exponential form and non-exponential form, and so forth and so long. So, but take note of this. Not all integral problems are suitable when it comes to method of substitution. Kung pwede namang hindi gamitan ng substitution, huwag gamitan ng substitution. Kasi marahil gamit ka ng substitution, tapos ang haba-haba na ng solution mo, tapos titignan mo yung problem, ay pwede palang power rule lang. Pwede palang expansion, similar terms, pwedeng logarithm, pwedeng exponential lang. So, hindi mo na kailangan mag-substitution. Or you may use ang tawag na dito integration by parts. It's just a simple analysis of the given algebraic form. So kung hindi kailangan, as much as possible, wag gumamit ng substitution dahil mahihirapan kayo pag pinilit nyo yung algebraic or trigonometric substitution sa hindi naman dapat paggamitan na problem. So with this is now algebraic substitution. For your first example na tayo kaagad yun na nga lang yun As the name itself, algebraic substitution, we will then use algebraic terms to solve problems involving integrations. So with this, you're now given, or you're now asked to evaluate the indefinite integral of dy over 1 plus the square root of y. The square root of y. So most likely this given problem, pwede naman natin siyang diba? Pwede man natin gamitan ng power rule dy, and pwede rin natin gamitan ng, pero most likely hindi siya pwede dahil meron tayong tawag na dito square root of y doon sa baba. Then it's just the same as the integral of 1 plus the square root of y. But if we simplify that, that is now dy, 1 plus square root of y raised to negative 1 dy. So hindi mo siya pwedeng isolve as it is. So how are we going to solve that? Using method of substitution, we'll then let or substitute a new quantity from a specific variable. So let square root of y be equal now to x, such that if you simplify that one, gives us y equal now to x squared. Differentiated form to change dy into dx, that is dy equal to 2x dx. By substitution, alam nyo naman na yan, ibig sabihin, substitute the terms above to the original form. By substitution, substitute natin yung ating assumptions such that dy is now equal to 2x dx, while square root of y is simply equal to x. Tama? By substitution. Diba? such that this problem could then be simplified further. We could say that 2x plus 1 minus 1 is just the same, diba? Such that, tawag na dito, that is also 1 plus x dx. And simply equal now to, what they call this, equal to integral of 2x plus 1 all over 1 plus x dx minus dx over 1 plus x. Right? Parehas lang naman siya, di ba? Such that it is now also, tagalin natin yun. That is, no, mali. Dapat yan ay, no, tama. Dapat ito ay plus 2 minus 2. Diba? Diba? Then, extract natin si 2. That is simply x plus 1 over 1 plus x dx minus 2 integral of dx over 1 plus x. So, makikita mo na ano yung susunod na method na gagamitin natin from your integral formula. Cancel out. That is simply 2 integral of dx minus 2 integral of dx over 1 plus x. Then, that is now basic integration. That is 2x minus 2 ln of 1 plus x plus c. But take note, that is not yet our final answer. Basically, that is our substitution. Pero, originally, in terms of variable y yung ating problem. So, substitute lang natin. Therefore, 2x is simply square root of y minus 2 ln of 1 plus square root of y plus c. So, that will serve now as our final answer to this problem. Okay, nagets po yan? Alam nyo yan. Alam nyo yan. So, paborito nyo ang gamitin yan eh. Substitution. So, for problem number 2, you're now asked to evaluate the indefinite integral of sine square root of x dx, right? Now, anong gagawin natin? Anong isa-substitute nating variable with this one? Anong i-consider natin na gagawa ng substitution? Hello?
Square root of x po.
So let the square root of x be now equal to y, such that x is simply equal to y squared. Differential form of dx, a differential form is simply dx equal to 2y dy. Substitute lang natin doon sa ating original form. Integral sine square root of x is y. Dx was identified with 2y dy. Okay? That is now, simplify lang natin. Extract natin si constant y sine y dy. Okay? Anong gagawin nyo? Baka nakalimutan nyo na. Anong method ang gagawin natin dyan? There are two terms that is not familiar with each other. Or two functions that are not familiar with each other. Anong gagawin nyo dyan? No.
Integration by parts, sir.
Yun. Integration by parts. Anong gagamitin natin? Long or short method? Yung short na, para mabilis tayo. y, y1, 0. Then dv is sine y, integral of sine y, negative cosine y, integral of negative cosine y is positive sine y times negative, therefore that is negative sine y, times plus minus. So basically that is now equal to 2 times negative y cosine y plus 1 times negative sine y times 1 plus sine y times I plus c, or simply negative sine y minus 2y cosine y plus c. So yan na ngayon yung ating final answer. Again, wag na wag kakalimutan ang integral formulas, lalong-lalo na sa mga susunod na modules or lectures topics. Pagdating natin sa definite integral, ang naidagdag lang doon is yung lower and upper limits. Then, the procedure and the formulas are all the same all over again. Then, for your example number 3, what if you're now asked to evaluate the indefinite integral of square root of y raised to 5th minus 1 all over y dy. Ano ngayon ang gagamitan natin ng substitution? Anong term? Let square root of y raised to 5th minus 1 equal to x. Simplify, that is simply y raised to 5th minus 1, x squared, y raised to 5th equal to x squared minus 1, or y is simply equal to x squared plus 1 raised to 1/5. Transform nyo lang para madali nating ma-differentiate yung both side. Then differential, that is dy, differential of x squared plus 1 raised to 1/5. Anong gagawin? Minus 1 sa exponent and differentiate the terms inside the parentheses. So 1/5, bring down the exponent, minus 1 sa exponent, that is negative 4/5. Then differentiate the terms inside the parentheses. That is 2x and dx. Nakuha? Nakuha nyo yan. Kailangan nakalimutan nyo na yung differential nyo. Simplify further. dy is simply equal to 2/5 of, that is a negative exponent, or simply x over x squared plus 1 raised to 4/5 times dx. Okay? So, ayan ha. Now, for your substitution, substitute the identified terms in our original integrants, such that ano ang square root of y raised to 5th minus 1, that is simply equal to x all over y is equal to x squared plus 1 raised to 1/5, and dx is times dx, which is 2/5 of x over x squared plus 1 raised to 4/5 dx. Yan yun, di ba? Simplify lang natin yung problem. Labas na natin si constant, which is your 2/5. Integral. Simplify, that is what? X squared. Yung nasa baba, o yung ating denominator is similar terms, so i-add lang natin yung exponent. X squared over x squared plus 1, 1/5 plus 4/5 is simply 1. So x squared plus 1 dx. Okay? But you can also simplify that as 2/5 equal 2/5 integral of x squared plus 1 minus 1 over x squared plus 1 dx, right? Parehas lang naman. Note lang if you add something, you must always subtract something with integral or kahit sa anong algebraic problems. CE 1111 nyo yan. So 2/5 of integral of x squared plus 1 over x squared plus 1 dx minus 2/5 of dx over x squared plus 1. Anong susunod dyan? Cancel. Hindi na natin kailangan. So basically, 2/5 integral of dx. So that is 2/5 x. Yung sa second term, ano yan? Anong gamitin natin dyan? Anong gagamitin natin dyan? That is what? Formula 15. 1a, 1 over a arctangent u over a. Ano yung a? Yung 1. Ano yung u? Yung x. So basically, that is now minus 2/5 of 2/5 of 1 over 1, simply 2/5 times arctan minus 2/5 1 over 1 arctan u over a, which is x over 1 plus c. But note, that is not yet our final answer. Kailangan nating i-substitute yung ating original terms. So simply by substituting again from our original terms, 2/5 x is simply what? X is equal to the square root of y raised to 5 minus 1 minus 2/5 arctangent x square root of y raised to 5 minus 1 all over 1 plus c, or that is simply square root of y raised to 5 minus 1. So, yan na ngayon yung ating final answer. Nagets po yan? Kuha yan.
Yes, sir.
Wait lang ha, burahin ko lang. Now, how about this given example? Example number 4. What if you're now asked to evaluate the indefinite integral of an exponential terms? So, this is now the integral of square root of e raised to x minus 9 dx. At some point, this particular problem, you can apply both algebraic and trigonometric substitution. Kasi merong isang rule sa trigonometric substitution that you can solve, where you can solve this problem. But let's try to solve it with algebraic substitution. With algebraic substitution, anong term ang pwede nating gamitan ng substitution? Basically, the entire integral. That is now the integral of e raised to x minus 9, set that equal to y. Bagal na naman ang internet. Or simply, e raised to x minus 9 equals y squared, and e raised to x equals y squared plus 9. Differential, that is e raised to x dx, equal now to 2y dy. Pero meron tayong e raised to x dun sa isang side. Anong gagawin natin dyan? Basically, divide lang natin both side with e raised to x para makancel siya. Such as dx now is simply equal to 2y dy over e raised to x. But take note, e raised to x is also equal to y squared plus 9. So simply 2y dy 2y dy all over now to y squared plus 9. Wait lang ha. So from that, ano gagawin na natin? Substitute na natin siya doon sa ating original form. So by substitution, you're now going to integrate what is the square root of e raised to x minus 9 is simply equal to y. Dx is now equal to 2y dy over y squared plus 9. So again, by substitution, anong gagawin na natin dyan? Substitute lang natin sa original term. Integral of y times 2y dy over y squared plus 9. Simplify lang natin yung ating problem. That is now 2y squared dy over y squared plus 9. Y squared plus 9, or we can do that as 2y squared plus 9 minus 9 over y squared plus 9 dy. Ganun din lang naman. Then, distribute lang natin. Parang may mali. Dapat ano yun. Kasi may 2 doon. Diba? Hindi na. Parehas lang naman pala. Labas ko na yung constant bago ko lagyan ng ano. Ganun din lang naman. Tama ba? Kung 18 yun, 18 yun. Minus 2. 9 din yan. Oh, yeah, parehas lang naman. So ngayon, that is now integral of y squared plus 9 over y squared plus 9. That is simply dy minus 18 of integral of dy over y squared plus 9. Which is now equal to 2y minus, ano ulit yung nasa babang term? That is simply formula 15, arctan u over a minus 18 times 1 over a, that is 3. Arctangent u over a, which is now y over 3 plus c. But that is not yet our final answer. Yung ating substitution, remember, sinubstitute lang natin siya. So by substitution for our final answer, therefore, it should be equal to 2. Y is simply square root of e raised to x minus 9 minus 18 over 3 is what? 6. arctangent square root of e raised to x minus 9 over 3 plus c. So, yan na ngayon yung ating final answer. Dali lang naman, di ba? Lastly, what if you're now asked to evaluate the number 5, the indefinite integral of a trigonometric function. So the indefinite integral of cosine theta, sine squared theta, d theta, all over the square root of 1 plus sine squared theta. Sine, that is sine theta. What if you're now asked to evaluate the indefinite integral of cosine theta, sine squared theta, d theta, all over the square root of 1 plus sine theta? Paano naman pag ganyan? So again, by substitution, mag-assume tayo ng variable or ng bagong variable. Let the square root of 1 plus sine theta be equal now to x. Okay? And 1 plus sine theta is simply equal to x squared. Or sine theta is equal to x squared minus 1. The differential of sine theta is cosine theta d theta equal now to 2x dx. Okay? Okay. So at that point, mapapansin natin sa ating problem, if we rearrange the problem, it is just the same as sine squared theta times cosine theta d theta all over the square root of 1 plus sine theta, which is now, by substitution, equal sine squared theta is simply x squared minus 1 squared. Cosine theta d theta, nandun sa ating assumption that cosine theta d theta is simply 2x dx. All over the square root of 1 plus sine theta is simply equal to x. So, apply lang natin yung ating basic knowledge with this one. Cancel out x. Labas natin si constant. Integral of x squared minus 1 times 2. Raised to 2 dx. Ngayon, if we differentiate this as it is, hindi natin pwedeng integrate this as it is, hindi natin pwedeng i-differentiate yung terms within the parenthesis kasi walang common terms outside the parenthesis. So basically, yung gagawin lang natin dyan is to expand the term. That is now x raised to the 4th minus 2x squared plus 1 dx. Distribute lang natin, then alam nyo na kung anong susunod dyan. Power rule. Minus 4 integral of x squared dx plus 2 integral of dx. By power rule, mag-add ka lang ng isang plus 1 sa iyong exponent. That is basically 2/5 of x raised to the 5 minus 4 raised to the 4 over 3 times x raised to the 3rd plus 2x plus c. But that is not yet our final answer. Remember, this is a substitution. So, ano yung assumption value ni x? So that is simply 2/5. 2/5 is simply equal to the square root of 2/5. That is, x is simply square root of 1 plus sine x. So that is simply 1 plus sine theta raised to 5 halves minus 4/3 of 1 plus sine theta raised to 3 halves. Dinistribute ko lang ha, parehas lang naman yun. and 2 times 1 plus sine theta raised to 1/2 plus c. Pero kung makulit ka, gusto mong ang tawag na dito, rational form, that is now 2/5 of the square root of 1 plus sine theta raised to the 5 minus 4/3 of the square root of 1 plus sine theta or sine sine theta raised to the 5th, and this is also the same, theta raised to the 3rd plus 2 square root of 1 plus sine theta plus c. So, yan yung dalawang final answer ninyo. Either of the two, okay lang. Okay? For your exercise problem with this topic, try to answer for exercise. Answer the given problem below. Integral of dy over square root of y plus 4th root of y. For 8, integral of e raised to 3x times the square root of 1 minus e raised to x dx. And number 9, integral of x squared minus 4 raised to 3/2 over x dx. And lastly, the integral of x cubed minus 4x all over square root of 1 minus 4x dx. D. For your exercise problem, try to answer those 4 problems, ha? Alay nyo, baka yan din yung piece. I don't know. Try to answer them, but not all of them, ha, can be answerable by algebraic substitution alone. Pwedeng algebraic substitution, pero masyadong mahaba. Some of them can be solved by combination of integral formulas from module number 2. And can also be solved by algebraic substitution, though it would take you too long to solve such problems. And you may also solve them using trigonometric substitution, which will lead us to our next topic on under integration of by substitution. Take note of the exercise problem